That's good.
If you could talk about, looked like there was a struggle out there offensively for you for a good part of the day. How were you able to handle all
We came out slow, didn't execute, but over time we kind of caught a rhythm in the running game and worked out well for us.
Did you get a sense it was a matter of time before Bo was one of the running backs was able to bust one like that?
Sometimes I get a feeling before a game, and I told Bo, I said, "This is your game. SC Championship." I told him, "This is your game." He played, so I'm happy for him.
When the offense is struggling like that and the defense is able to put up some points, 12 touchdowns now this season, how comforting is that knowing that they're on the other side?
Like John Allen would say, that's what Bama does. And they've been doing it well.
Defense said there was a little bit of chippiness going on out there, a little bit of scrap between the two teams. Anything happen on your end of the ball?
That's not me. I'm not that type of player.
It was really loud out there. How did you guys kind of communicate and work it out the second half?
Well, we were on verbal cadence at first, then we went to the clap, and once we went to the clap, we really didn't have any illegal procedures or false starts, things like that, so we were good after that.
What did you see from the Washington defense?
What did I see from them? They played fast like I thought they would. Played fast, they're ball hawks. I mean, first play I damn near threw an interception, but they can play. They good. Much respect to them.
What did you guys like next step after this? What are you going to be working towards?
I said in the SEC Championship game, we're not done. Same here, we still have to finish.
How important was it for you guys to go to the whole game, not have any turnovers, not get the ball?
That helped a lot. Coach Kiffin preached all week. We win this game without turning the ball over, and we did. That's what we did.
How would you evaluate how you played overall?
I mean, coming into it, you want to execute, and it all starts with me. But everybody can do their job better. Somebody from Washington said if they were perfect, they'd score every play, every drive. We're not perfect. We just have to execute the best way we can.
Do you get the feeling that offensively there's a lot to clean up, or it's a matter you just guys got to tune in?
You got to execute. You can't put a label on it. Coach preaches execute, and we just got to do a better job of it.
It seemed like there were a couple times you wanted to throw downfield, but it just, I guess, didn't happen. Like from, I guess, the coverage standpoint. Can you just talk about, what happened there? I mean, were they just?
I guess it wasn't there. When something is not there, you just want to be smart with the ball and throw it away or get what you can get, whatever it is.
To be able to rely on Bo at that point, if it's not working, I mean, how great of a performance was that?
He's a baller. And I've said it all week. We've got a lot of players on this team that have it. And it may not show all the time, but when their phone rings, they have to answer, and Bo answered today.
Was it because he was just so much bigger in the Washington defense that he was able to really get down the field?
It just went our way.
You guys were
by size.
You guys were backed up against the end zone down there on the drive that ended with Bo's long touchdown run. You had the scramble kind of on the goal line to get out just a little bit. How important was it to kind of fight for every yard in some situations?
I mean, Coach Kiffin came into it and he told us, he said, this is going to be a game where this is not a run out of bounds game. This is not, you get what you can get because every yard counts.
Can you talk about Bo Scarborough really quickly and just how big of a game that he had?
Like I said, all this week, he has it. I mentioned Calvin and Stewart, but we have a lot of guys on this team that have it, and it showed tonight.
Have you talked to your dad yet?
I haven't.
Can you imagine what he might say to you?
It was all right. We have a personal relationship, and a lot of times we're gonna be politically correct, but when I'm with my dad, we keep on hunting with each other.
Jalen, when you went into halftime 17-7, how confident were you your defense was going to hold up?
Well, in my eyes, I was telling everybody, we've been here before. USC 17-7 came out and got rolling. We didn't get rolling like that today, but it was enough.
Being a freshman heading to the national championship, just talk a little bit about how that feels.
It's a good feeling. That's what we worked for. And got the opportunity to make something big happen, and that's what we plan to do.
Considering how long this layoff is, how happy are you the way you all came out and able to minimize your mistakes?
Well, like I said, you don't want to turn the ball over in big games like this. I think that was a big factor in who won the game.
Do you get to relax at all, or is it back to work in like an hour?
I might be watching film tonight.
What's it like to watch Bo run? You come up in the stands, it's impressive. He's so big standing behind you. Kind of a nice feeling, I bet, handing off to him.
I have confidence in all of my running backs, 9, 34, 25, all of them.
He's a hostile.
Will you watch any of the other games tonight?
Yes, I'll watch it while I'm with my family.
What was it like watching Bo work today?
It's impressive. For me, it's about time. Because he has that ability, big playmaking ability.
It's probably a similar experience for a lot of guys in this locker room, but he's had to wait his turn. I mean, what's he been like just talking to him throughout the year about working towards getting this kind of opportunity?
I like to tell guys that your time is coming. Just be patient. Sometimes it's not gonna happen the way you want, but you just have to be patient. And when your phone rings, you gotta answer.
Everybody says 24-hour rule. It seems like 24-minute rule in this locker room. Everybody's kind of already moved on. Is that the case? Is that just this team?
We're gonna enjoy it with the time being, but when it's time to turn it back on, we'll turn it back on.
What did Washington do defensively? It looked like the running lanes you usually get weren't there. What were they? How were they playing you differently today?
I think we run the ball well. I think we ran the ball really well.
Jalen, number 9, really ran the ball well. You talk about his night.
He had a great night, and I'm really happy for him. And it was his time.
Talk about persevering through this game. You've had trials and tribulations throughout the course of the game. Just kept chopping wood, kept doing it. And I guess that's a mark of a good team.
I always tell my O-line, my receivers, if it was a point in the game, like, if y'all believe, y'all need to believe in me, and I believe in y'all. Believe in each other, trust each other. And that's what we did, and we came through.
Did you say that in the huddle or over on the sideline?
I said on the sideline. Little comments in the huddle, but that's for me.
Jalen, when you have a drive like that, a long drive like that, what does that do to the defense?
It wears them down. We base our team on being a fourth-quarter team, and we try our best to finish. And I think we did a good job of finishing this game.
One more to go.
Yeah, you're right.
Jalen, how much better are you? Lane was talking after the game that you're not forcing things nearly like you did early on. How much have you grown in that area?
Well, I think all the coaches have done a great job with my development thus far, and coaching me and giving me the ins and outs of what to do and what not to do. So he's giving me credit, but I give him credit back.
As the game started going on, how confident did you feel in your matchups and in your game plan?
Well, I think as a player overall, when you go into a game and you catch a rhythm, after you catch a rhythm or after you get that feeling of how they're going to play you, you'll be comfortable.
You get a little frustrated at times with the offense, just not really getting in motion, penalties?
I rarely get frustrated. I just take it as it comes and just play ball.
What was going on? What do you think with the issues sometimes with the offense at times tonight?
The what?
Just like there were some issues at certain times.
That's lack of execution.
Yeah.
Nothing more than that.
What is it like for you to have so much depth in the running back position, have both Damon Harris and Bo Scarborough be able to break free through the secondary like that? What does it do to your confidence as a quarterback each and every week?
It brings a lot of confidence to me because I know all my guys can go, and I have no problem with handling the ball because I know they'll never make a bad play work.
Do you think Bo was due for a day like this?
He was. It was his time. Guys, it comes a time in the season where it's their time to shine, and I think he shined bright like a diamond these past 2 games.
You get tired of, in a way, people just continue to call you a true freshman. You prove yourself each and every game throughout the season. Everyone keeps saying Jalen Hurts, true freshman, but are you ready for people just to say Alabama starting quarterback, Jalen Hurts, forget the true freshman?
Well, others say to me, it doesn't affect me what they say. I hold myself to a high standard. I'll never put a limit on my game. I know what I'm capable of personally, so what the outsiders say, that I'm fine with what it is.
How'd you feel today? Obviously, big stage, first playoff game. Obviously, they've had a month to prepare for you guys. How are you feeling that?
It's always good to get a win, bring a win home.
get some new looks out there, the option kind of pitch play. I mean, how confident were you in some of the new plays you had drew up?
Those are plays we've had in.
Right.
Just haven't showed. But we have a big playbook, and we go into a game with a list of plays, and we execute those.
It's your first national title. What's your emotions?
So what now? Nothing's gonna change. We got to handle our business.
You know, Damian's made several comments to me about your mentality each and every play. Even if you throw an interception or fumble, whatever it is, you are so mentally confident into the next play. You know, what have you done throughout your season, even in high school, to help you have the mentality, a feat that most quarterbacks, even in the NFL, tend to struggle with?
I think it's just something that's in me. You know, I'm not a big, problem guy. I'm just a stoic dude that tries to keep level at all times. And I think it shows in the game. I did my best to execute. We got the win. We ran the ball well. It wasn't my day. It wasn't Jalen Hurts' day to shine, and I'm okay with that.
How big did Washington do anything? What specifically they do anything differently that you hadn't seen so far this year?
We saw cover 3 on film, 3 deep zone, and that's what they did. They did some quarters. So we did what we expected. We saw what we expected.
How big is it to have a defense that can score points and also take the ball away so much like this?
I think any team would love that. They have my back all the time, anytime.
Do you go
trust them?
Do you go up and tell them anything after some of those big stops?
I do.
What do you
just like they'll come up to me. I come up to them. We're just an encouraging team, and band of brothers, like Tim Williams always said.
You're the second freshman quarterback lead his team to the national title. Were you aware of that coming into the game?
5 minutes. I didn't know that.
What does it mean to you?
I think it's Oklahoma quarterback.
Right.
I heard of him, and that's all external factors to me.
Jalen, you have a chance to go up against this defense every day in practice. How would you describe them?
Ours?
Yes.
How would you describe them? You see the same stuff I see. They can ball. They can play.
How long you guys enjoy this one before it's just start thinking about the national championship game? You let yourself enjoy this for at least a little while?
Yeah, we will. We'll enjoy it for the time being, and when it's time to go to work, we'll be ready to go.
Do you think when the offense is struggling a little bit, how big is it, emotionally uplifting is it, that the defense, the force turnover, even score points themselves?
It helps a lot, but I think it's a deal where everybody as a team, trust each other and keep believing in what we're doing. Just try our best to execute the next play.
Jalen, going off Ryan's question, Ruben actually said that the defense was monsters, savages, bosses, stuff like that. But in Eddie's article, he talked about the fact that when you are playing against you're playing against the best. How does that prepare you each and every game? You're playing against these defenses, but you're playing against the #1 defense in the country each and every day.
It helps a lot. They prepare us really well. We have a great secondary, probably the best front 7 in the country, in my opinion. And I think that shows on the field. How many sacks did they have today?
A lot.
That's something a coach, a player would wish for.
Jalen, was this one of the bigger atmospheres, or did you kind of let yourself get emotional in this one before the game, during the game?
I wasn't emotional. I was just being myself. It was just another game.
We got about 3 minutes left.
It's the same stadium we played in a few weeks ago, so it was no difference. People like to say that this is our home away from home. If it's that, it's that.
You see from Bo's guard play. He really got the offense going.
He got loose. They say the Deuces lose 9, got loose today.
Could you sense? I know you're quarterback looking from a different direction, but did you sense that once he got in the secondary, they really didn't want to hit him?
Well, coming into it, they all hit low. They go for knees. Pretty much most of their secondary went for knees, and No, I think that was in our head as we ran the ball. Because I know early on, Bo avoided like 2 people in the same play, ducking for his ankles and his knees. So I think he did a good job of throwing the rock.
When he takes off, do you just kind of sit back there and watch, enjoy the view like everybody else?
I'm just watching the show.
What is in like a stoppage of play and you guys are huddling on the field, the coaches?
I'm sorry.
Like if there's a stoppage of play, you guys are huddling out there on the field, the coaches are out there. What does Coach Saban come up and say to you? Like
Execute.
Execute.
Finish the drive.
3 minutes till we close.
A lot of times this season, we've had opportunities to score. We've been in the red zone, whatever it may be. We got a good drive going, and we just haven't finished. So we just have to do a better job of doing that.
I'm sorry, my bad. Hey, is this the best defense that you guys went up against this year?
Washington, they're awful. It's hard to say. I mean, we played a lot of good defenses. You got LSU, you got A&M, pretty fast defense. Washington's up there definitely. And, when you play in the SEC, you expect to see a good defense every week. So everybody's pretty good.
You know, Jalen, videos and those pictures of Nick Saban losing his temper on the sideline. People don't really understand his mentality, but as a player, what does that mean to you? What does that do for you to have a coach who doesn't want anything less than perfection? What does that do for you physically, mentally, each and every week?
It makes us grind harder. Simple as that. I mean, we have that mentality around here, and that's what we maintain.
Jalen, what do you feel like you need to clean up going into the national championship game?
Just execution, simple execution. And whatever it calls, we have to be able to, make a positive play out of the call.
I know it wasn't a turnover, but the early pass when Buddha almost picked it up. Who were you reading on that?
Well, it was a misread. Kind of showed to the flat early and bailed out late. He's an athletic player. I didn't expect him to get there, but he did. So, kudos to him. Much respect.